Do you want to know what Jesus is doing right now? I think I know. I think he's praying for us. And I think I know what he's praying. I think he's praying the same thing that he prayed in John chapter 17. This is part 4 of a series where we're taking seriously Jesus' prayer, believing that since he could have prayed anything, this must be what's most important. We've seen already how the prayer that Jesus prays about our unity is that our unity would be boundary breaking and diverse, that it would be very public and visible, that it would be substantive and not just watered down. And today we want to take a look at how present this prayer is. In the book of Hebrews, it tells us that Jesus right now is at the right hand of the Father, interceding or praying for us. The book of Hebrews also tells us that Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So even without verse 20 of John 17, we could make a pretty educated guess that Jesus is praying for us right now because the Bible says so, and that he's praying the same thing because he doesn't change. But if that's not convincing enough, verse 20 ought to tell us. Verse 20 is the third time where Jesus says in this prayer what he's not going to do. And he says, I'm not only praying for the 12 disciples who are gathered around me right now, but I am praying for all of those who will ever believe in me through their witness. Anytime I'm teaching or sharing this passage and talking about this in a public setting, I'll always ask the question, who does that include? And if I'm in a group that's not that demonstrative so that all their arms aren't shooting up, then I'll say, your arms ought to be up right now. It includes you. We're the ones who believe through the witness of the 12. In fact, John was one of the 12. John is the one who recorded this. So by reading and paying attention to this prayer in John 17, we are literally those who believe through their witness. This is what Jesus is praying for us. The Bible in its entirety teaches us that Jesus was both fully human and fully divine. I think this is one of those moments where his divinity breaks through, where in this moment, as Jesus is praying, he's actually thinking about all of us who will ever live. He's praying for us in Tucson, Arizona. He's praying for you and the other believers in your community, in your city. He's praying the same thing that he prayed then. And that's what this passage tells us. This is not a past tense prayer. This is a present tense prayer. Most Christians, in fact, lots of folks who wouldn't even claim to be Christian, talk about the Lord's Prayer, and by that they usually mean the prayer that Jesus taught. In the prayer that he taught, he said, well, when you pray, pray like this. Our Father who art in heaven, may your name be holy, hallowed be your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. May your kingdom come, may your will be done right here on earth, just like it will eventually be in heaven. Jesus wants the unity that we're going to experience for all of eternity with believers that we're going to wonder, how did you get here? They're so different from us. The unity that we're going to experience in eternity, Jesus taught we're supposed to pray that we would experience it right here, right now. May your kingdom come, your will be done in our city. There's a company in Tucson that prints up t-shirts, and one of them says, in Tucson as it is in heaven. I have that shirt, I love that shirt. That's what we want to see happen. We want to see boundary breaking, visible unity right in our own communities, in every generation and in every age. Our last part 5, when we wrap up this series in the next segment, we'll take a look at what the ultimate purpose of this prayer is. It isn't just for us, but it has a bigger purpose than that. Thanks again for watching, and tune in for the last part in our final segment.